Episode 478. But of all of them, Blue River had been working the hardest these past 5 days. For the past 5 days, Ye Shu had hardly seen Blue River's main account log in at all. Every day he just saw him using his alt character to manage everything within the Happy Guild. This experienced manager quickly made the guild's nearly 1,000 players, who had little understanding of its value, recognize its benefits. Organized leveling, organized dungeon runs, organized questing together. These are all excellent methods for boosting efficiency and lowering the difficulty of combat. Players who were used to solo grinding quickly grew to appreciate the guild once they felt the convenience a true team could bring. The level 12 guild now had a full 1,200 players online. On the 6th day since its founding, the Happy Guild finally reached its full capacity of 1,200 members. Then Ye Shu immediately locked the guild's applications.
What's he doing?
Chen Guo couldn't make sense of Ye Shu's move. She'd been more invested in Happy's development than Ye Shu himself these past few days. Half the time she spent gaming, her gaze would drift over to Ye Shu's screen.
We've got enough people.
Ye Shu said.
There are still so many names on the list.
That's about enough. We're just a regular player guild, after all. Our members don't have the same strong sense of belonging as they would with a club guild. We can't expand too quickly. Our current numbers are already a bit too large. If it weren't for experienced managers like Blue River, I don't know how chaotic things would get.
Is it really that bad?
Chen Guo's perspective, however, was different. Seeing the Happy Guild's flourishing success, she was absolutely overjoyed. In her view, it wouldn't be difficult at all for Happy to max out at 10,000 members. Once the Heavenly Domain challenge is over, 10,000 players will charge right in. Wow, what a spectacular sight that would be. Chen Guo had been looking forward to this very scene. But then, to everyone's surprise, Ye Shu suddenly closed the guild's recruitment applications.
Well, you've been playing for so long, you must have seen plenty of big guilds rise and fall.
There's always a reason for that.
If we don't take control, there will always be some reason or another.
So, what should we do?
The current situation is still manageable. We'll just keep building things up at this pace. Once our team is established, and we start winning some titles in competitions, the nature of our guild will gradually change.
Chen Guo nodded, offering no further argument. She simply didn't have enough experience in these areas to discuss them with Ye Shu.
So, what now?
Let's take down the Guardian Demon first.
Ye Shu said, already starting to pull people in at random. Quite a few high-level players joined up that day.
And I bet a bunch of those are spies from the big guilds, right?
Oh, for sure. But hey, it's whatever. That's just unavoidable.
Ye Shu said it like it was nothing. The 20-player challenge team was quickly assembled. After he announced in the team channel what they were going to do, basically no one raised any objections. The power of a guardian was something everyone coveted. With powerful aggro controllers like Ye Shu and Su Mu Cheng, the once difficult battle of slaying the guardian demon god became an absolute breeze. And this time, it was clear it couldn't all be spies. Everyone listened to the commands and gave it their all. The level 2 guardian demon looked even more fragile than the level 1 one, as Happy took it down even faster. In truth, the power gap between guardians separated by just one level isn't a huge leap. The real thresholds are every 5 levels. The guardians at levels 5, 10, 15, and 20 are the truly troublesome ones. Defeating a level 2 guardian demon god naturally grants you level 2 guardian power. The online players in the guild perked up, flooding the guild channel with celebratory emojis. Blue River's character was one of those who had participated in the challenge against the guardian demon. Seeing the Happy Guild channel erupt in celebration, he suddenly felt a genuine sense of accomplishment. He hadn't felt this way in Bluebrook Guild for a long time. There, his work was purely mechanical. The number of new recruits, their satisfaction levels. It was all just a performance report for Blue River, rigid and lifeless. He hadn't shared this simple joy with the new guild members in a long time. He'd been walking the high road of elite gameplay day in and day out, sprinting for dungeon records and other high-level pursuits with a bunch of old hands. For veterans like them, the fun of the game had actually become monotonous.
Good work, everyone.
Ye Shu's Lord Grimm was speaking to the team that had just finished the Guardian Demon. Everyone replied, their responses uniformly polite. Among them, perhaps one was a wild account dispatched by another guild. Blue River thought this to himself in silence. He hadn't logged into Blue River's account for 5 days, but he was still aware of what was happening over at Blue Brook Guild. He had other people around him, after all, those who were dutifully manning the Blue Brook characters. While they were a bit puzzled by Blue River's actions, no one pressed the issue. They would still report any matters to Blue River for instructions, and then carry them out. For those 5 days, nothing major happened. The question of whether to send more alt accounts to Happy was something Springing Autumn personally came to interfere with, so no one bothered to ask Blue River about it anymore. And his new character, after 5 days at Happy, had already secured a position of considerable importance. Aside from the legendary Lord Grimm, Blue River's character was undoubtedly the second most recognized figure within the entire guild. Blue River managed the 1,000-member guild with impressive efficiency. Whether it was leveling in the wilds, running dungeons, or completing quests, the Happy Guild was already showing the results of solid organization. The Happy Guild was growing so fast, it even left someone like Blue River, who came from a club guild, feeling a bit out of his depth. Basically, every time they leveled up, they could immediately fill 100 slots. The prestige of a club's guild exists among veteran Glory players. Everyone has their favorite teams and players, and of course they support the guilds those players belong to as well. Now, while these club guilds also adhere to the game's rules, with a maximum of 10,000 members, in a place like the Heavenly Domain, which is teeming with veterans, there are also guilds, perhaps spearheaded by Blue Brook Pavilion, or perhaps organized spontaneously by the players themselves. Naturally, these are all supporters of the Blue Rain team. In the online game, they conveniently gathered in just this way. Their cohesion, in fact, relied on the existence of the team, making a formal guild completely unnecessary. Still, supporters are a resource that clubs absolutely need. And Glory, as an esport that blends with online gaming, provides a very convenient way to gather such supporters.